guys, welcome back. I'm gonna do something I haven't done before. That's a movie review, um, but I had to. The Super Mario Brothers movie. My son and I went to see it the day it came out, April 5th on Wednesday, and it is now Saturday. I'm gonna release this as soon as I finish it up. But this movie, um, it's something that I we had a blast. Okay. Um, I went, and most of the kids were not even out of school when we went to see it. We went to see it early uh, in the afternoon. It was there was maybe a handful of people in the theater because there was nobody off work. I got off work early just to take him literally to go see the movie, and we went to see it early. And we dressed up. I was a kid when Star Wars came out, and I saw all the people dressing up like Star Wars people, and I wanted so bad to do it, and my parents really didn't understand they thought that was weird, and I did. It is weird. Of course, it's weird, but it was for fun, and my parents didn't understand, and it's nothing against them. They let me grow up and become who I am, and they even encouraged me when I got older and we're going to see the prequel trilogy dressed up. They were just like, "Hey, look at him. He's let me get your picture." And now, but back then when the original trilogy came out, they were like, "Nah, it's weird." Um, but I wanted to have fun, and I wanted to have fun with my son, and we dressed up. He has a Mario hoodie, and he I got him a Mario hat. Um, and we tucked his hood in so it didn't look like he had two hats, because that's what the hoodie is Mario's hat. Um, and the rest of it looks like his overalls and things. And I ordered. I probably paid a little too much for it, but I ordered a Donkey Kong costume. It was just the head. My face is showing in his mouth or whatever, and a tie. And I wore a brown long sleeve shirt, and we dressed up as Donkey Kong and Mario, and we went and had a good time. And the little girl that was working behind the counter, she's like, "Oh, let me get your picture." And I said, "Okay." So I gave her my phone. She took my pictures, and then she's like, "No, would you mind if I take my a picture with my camera?" And I was like, "Well, sure." But it was like I didn't understand. She wanted to get my picture for her, and it was just I was like, "Oh, cool." So because we wanted to have fun, and here she was experiencing kind of the fun that I was having with my son. And we had a blast. We loved this movie. Why did we love this movie? Was it because it was just the greatest movie ever? No, it wasn't. It was great. It was, but it wasn't the greatest movie ever. It wasn't something that um is gonna define movies for generations to come, like say Star Wars did or whatever. Um it was fun. It was it was going back to how movies for kids used to be made, and they have lost that somehow. For some reason, these screenwriters and movie makers have got this idea behind them that movies have to be made for adults, um and even adults aren't wanting to see these movies. It's like you're making movies for people that don't want to see your movies. And, and so we had a blast. We went to see this movie, and I wanted to show you how impactful this movie is. And the best way for me to do so is not that one. Where'd it go? I must have moved it. Hold on. Okay, so I had to take a screenshot because, um, well, it's on Amazon and it auto logs me in, and I didn't want to log out. I didn't want to go, so I just took a screenshot. So bear with me. It's just a photo, but it gives you the idea. This was the original movie. This was I say the original movie. This was the original version of a Super Mario Brothers movie, which was not at all about Mario. I mean, with the exception of it had a guy named Mario and a guy named Luigi and a guy named Koopa, which they didn't even call him Bowser. They called him Koopa, which is kind of went back to the way they did it in the Japanese version. But anyway, um, they had a dinosaur named Yoshi, and there was a princess in it, and that was literally the only real correlation between movies and the video game. Everything else, they had to have jump boots and all the other things. So it anyway. Um, yeah. Back to this movie. So my son found out about. Oh, I got to show you why he found out about this movie. Hold on. Okay, so and I keep telling y'all to hold on, like you're having to wait a long time. Sorry. So he watches this YouTube channel, and I wanted to give him a shout out. This is not the only one. There's a couple of them, but this one is really fun. Uh, um, they do these. I'm sorry, my throat got dry. Hang on. They do these um, videos with plushies, and this, in fact, they're fixing to do a premiere. um, but they do these plushies, and they even made a movie. They did their own thing in the movie. Okay, it's not like a direct correlation to what the movie is, but you could tell they saw the movie um, by the time they made this one. But now they're going to show how they went to the movies, and I think it's because they may have made this one beforehand. I don't know, but because they kind of understood the plot of the movie. I don't know exactly how this one works, but they made this, and the day that the movie, the Super Mario Brothers movie came out, they had this one posted. By the time we got home, he wanted to watch this because that's. But in one of these movies, and I want to say it was back, I don't remember. It was one of these where they talked about that Mario's finally getting his own movie, and Luigi says, "Well, you know." Um, he's kind of ribbing him or something. He says, "Well, Sonic got his own movie, and already has two movies out." And Mario's like, "Why does Sonic get his movie first?" And all this other stuff. Well, look, Luigi says, "Well, your track record with movies isn't all that great." And they referenced this, and they brought up a screenshot of of what a Koopa look. I mean, what a Goomba looked like in this movie, and so they kept going with telling about the movie. So this channel does these little plushies, and he does a really funny bit. There's sometimes that I just crack up, and sometimes I get bored with it. But my son loves it, and sometimes some of the language is a little rough for little ones, but I have to double check with him sometimes. It does have a little language in it, but other than that, this movie is terrific. Um, I mean, this channel is terrific. They make some really fun content, and it's things that we do, me and my son do all the time. Here at home, we we make up plushie stories. We go on little plushie adventures with Mario and Luigi and Bowser, and we have a Bowser. Well, I've gotten a lot more of them now because we keep doing it, but we started out with like Bowser and Fury Bowser, which was actually what they kind of refer to as Dry Bowser, but I thought it was Fury Bowser. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. And then Mario and Luigi we picked up at a when we went to a gosh, let me bring that up. I'll just bring that up. So we were at the National Video Game Museum. We wanted to go. Where are the screenshots? They don't have screenshots, really. Because I wanted to show you some screens from it. Hold on, let me see if I can find them. Here we go. So I saw this, and I said we got to go just to see that, if nothing else. Just to see the Mario but there were video games. He played video games he never even didn't even know existed, like Centipede. And he's just like, "What is this?" And I said, "Just use the ball and you roll around." And of course, he was a lot younger when we went actually than he is now. He's 7 now, but he was, and then they had the consoles, and they had all the different consoles, Sega and some of the even older ones. set up. I'm trying to remember what some of the older ones were called, but anyway, they got a whole bunch of them, and it's set up there, and it was just a fun little side trip for the trip we took. I don't remember the Giant Sonic. I wonder if that's new. But anyway, and so we went down there, and to commemorate it, you know, I got him Mario and a Luigi plushie to go along with his Bowser and what we used to call Fury Bowser plushie. But anyway, and so we make up stories, and these guys do a really good job of recording some stories and making really fun content. They're having this premiere. I'm gonna have to go so we can give them a view here of this premiere. I'm sorry that I'm not going to get my recording out by the time they premiere because it's coming out soon. But I so he heard about this 1993 movie and he says, I want to see it. I want to see it. And I'm like, you don't want to see this. This was not the best movie. The only thing in it was a guy named Mario. It wasn't really even Mario. And he's like, but I really want to see it. I said, okay. Well, I got on Amazon. Now, this was several weeks ago. This was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I said, well, okay, sure. I'll go ahead. It's free shipping because I use Amazon a lot. And it's $3. Well, I just watched a video yesterday or today, and they talked about this, and it was only $5 on Amazon. Now it's $11 on Amazon. They're making money from the release of Super Mario Brothers movie on the 1993, really bad movie because people are wanting to see more Mario. That's that's a cultural impact, folks. That's not just you know a few people wanting to see a stupid video game movie. And these reviewers, I don't know what their problem is. They have review bombed this movie on Rotten Tomatoes. Um, Look at this. They have absolutely tried to decimate this movie with a 56% rotten score. And people have gone and seen it. And look at this. This is over, what does it say? Over 5,000 verified ratings. And it's at 96% still. Uh, this this tells a lot about these critics. Don't listen to critics about movies. They don't even, they've lost touch. Critics have literally lost touch. That's one of the reasons I decided to go ahead and do a movie review of this movie. Now, sure, am I biased? Of course, because I had fun watching the movie with my son. And yes, we dressed up to go see it. Yes, we bought the commemorative bucket of popcorn that we didn't finish and he brought home and he says he wants to use it to play as a as a pipe, as a one of the pipes in Mario. And yes, I have Nintendo Switches for me and my son and we play Mario Brothers and we play Donkey Kong and we play all these, well, we don't play Donkey Kong, but we we might in the future. I don't know, but we play Minecraft on Switch. We because we loved this movie. If you want to go see a fun movie with your kids, this is a great one to go see. This is a great movie to go see for fun. It's not the stellar, cinematography giant leap of story, greatest story ever told story. It's a hero's journey. It's an enjoyable overcoming impossible odds by a hero who otherwise only is doing it to try to help and save those he cares about. But what more do you really want? We don't really want more. We want good stories. We want a story that tells us about a person. We don't want a story about somebody who can do everything. If they can already do everything, what do we need the story for? It's we want somebody who shows us that it means something to get knocked down, because we all get knocked down, right? I mean, we all face adversity. But it means something to get knocked down and then get back up and go again and keep going and keep going until you accomplish the what seemingly impossible task that you have ahead of you, because we all have things like that in our lives. We all have things that we're trying to overcome. Some of them are harder than others. Some of them are more meaningful to us than it is for other people. Sometimes it's just a video game. And that's another thing. I got to throw this in there. This is the perfect example of, okay, critics hate this because it's just like the video game. That's what we want. We don't want to see Superman, not be Superman. We don't want to see Mario not be Super Mario. We don't want to see Sonic not be Sonic. We want to see the characters that we fell in love with. Don't show me a Superman movie about a guy that hates his life and wears black all the time. That's not Superman. That's Batman. But anyway, we want to see. Yes, we want to see if we go see a video game movie, we want to go see the video game on the show or on the movie. It's why The Witcher is going to fail. I know. I don't even watch The Witcher. I could care less about The Witcher. I've got the game. I have yet to play it, but I got all three of them actually, because I got them cheaper with one of the video game membership things that I started. But anyway, and I played a little bit of the very first one, and that's it. I just I couldn't really get into it because I had other things going on in life and stuff. But and The Witcher, they're gonna take the actor that played Superman and they're gonna replace him. And from what I understand, he said that they're not really going to make the season 3 about the game. They're going to make it however they want to make it, and that's why he moved on. Well, that's why it's going to fail. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to review it. I'm just throwing it in there to back up the idea that if you want to make a movie about something that people already love. Make the movie about the things people already love. Don't make the movie about whatever you want to make it about. The movie makers have been doing this for years and years, and slapping a name on a product that was not the product. And they've done it for a long time, and that's the problem. I'm sorry, went on a rant there. So if you like Mario, if you got kids and you want the kids to have a good time, if the kids like playing Nintendo, take them to go see this movie. Make it an event, because for them, this is an event for them that they will remember, like I remember going to see Star Wars. It was an event for me in my life that I will remember, and that's what the kids will remember. Take them to go see it. Enjoy the movie. It's not going to be a blockbuster Academy Award winner, but it is going to tear movies apart. This is going to be, this to me, I truly believe this is going to be the greatest animated film of all time for a little while. So get out there and see it. Thanks, guys. Godspeed, everyone.